Canelo Alvarez has responded to Terence Crawford's catchweight call out between 158 and 160 pounds. It was at the press conference yesterday, the New York leg of the press conference. Canelo was asked by a couple of guys out in the US about the Terence Crawford fight. And Canelo's response was, I've got his quote here, like Terence Crawford says, when they ask him about Gervonta Davis, it's the same as me. Everybody's going to say he was too small. Nobody's going to give me credit. Now, if you remember, I think it was a Breakfast Club interview with Terence Crawford. He had mentioned the catch weight with Canelo at 158, 160. And I think he was asked about Gervonta Davis as well when he said that that would be a money fight against Gervonta Davis. But what's he going to say here? Everybody's going to say he was too small. Nobody's going to give me credit. So Canelo's using the same sort of reason as to why he doesn't want that fight, or that fight doesn't make sense because you won't get credit for it if you beat the smaller guy, which is understandable. Canelo, I mean, he's on his own career path now. He's made it obvious that he wants Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol said that he doesn't want to look back. He wants to look forward. I think he's gunning for the undisputed light heavyweight. Canelo's on the PBC side of the track now. Benavidez is there. I think we want that fight. I think we need that fight in the sport of boxing. The way boxing's going right now with the matchups we've had, I'm excited to see if they can get that fight going with Benavidez. So Canelo's got his own sort of path that he's on. Same as Terence Crawford. He came out there on Spence fight and he said he wants Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo stepping up 2 weight divisions to face Canelo in September. Win, lose or draw against Canelo, I'd imagine he'd drop down. I think he said somewhere that he would drop back down to face Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford wants that fight. They had that little bit ringside at the Spence fight when Crawford dropped Spence. He was looking at the ring and he was having heated words with Jamel Charlo. So that's probably the most realistic fight for Crawford, is Charlo going up and then coming back down to face Crawford at 154 to defend his belts, because I believe he's going to be stripped of the IBF after the Canelo fight. That, if I can remember correctly, I think that's what was said. But like I say, I don't think Canelo has said that he can't go down. He can't get any lower than 168. But I mean, I've been in the presence of Canelo, and I've been in the same. I've interviewed both fighters. I've interviewed Canelo. I've interviewed Terence Crawford. There isn't much height wise. They're the same. Can Canelo lose that 8 pounds to meet Terence Crawford? Maybe, because he doesn't look dry on the scales. He doesn't look tight at the scales. He just looks solid. But like I say, it's a good matchup if it did happen, man. I think it will be, because obviously Canelo hits hard, and if he could connect on Crawford, could he stand the power of someone that size? It's just, oh man, can you imagine that fight? It would just be absolutely amazing. But Canelo's dismissed it, saying he won't get the credit. And like I say, he's on his own career path. I think he's got mapped out where he wants to go in the fights that he wants. Same as Crawford, because Crawford has said that he's not gunning for the Mayweather 50-0. He wants Jamel Charlo. And then what's left for him in boxing? Because he's 35 years old, had 40 fights. But listen, boxing's crazy. Money talks. Look what the Saudis are doing out in Saudi Arabia with these heavyweights. I just hope that they can get the deal done, because the heavyweight division is boxing, right? When you think of the boxing, you think of the heavyweight division. I just think the light divisions are showing the heavyweight division how to get the job done, how to get it done, how to make the big fights. But like I say, can you imagine a Crawford and Canelo fight, Canelo and Crawford fight? If you can imagine it, you know what to do in that comment section. Leave a comment. Let me know who wins. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. Let's say a catchweight at 160. Let me know who wins. Let me know.